Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Got quite a bit to go over as far as Steam news and updates. A game has randomly been delisted on Steam, so I want to mention that. We have the Best of 2022 page officially live right now on Steam. You got top sellers, new releases, most played, early access grads, best of VR, Steam Deck, and some notes attached as well. We'll talk all about that. And speaking of Steam Deck, hitting yet another major milestone. This is a platform I plan on covering more on the channel. I know some of you guys aren't about the deck, but I know a lot of you guys also are, so we're gonna have more deck content for you guys, and it's a platform I've been playing quite a lot of, so get ready for that. But end of the video, we'll talk about that. First of all, Peaky Blinders Mastermind has been surprisingly delisted on Steam, kind of out of nowhere. This is a game obviously based on, I believe it's the Netflix series. Yeah, Peaky Blinders is on Netflix, right? I remember one time I had tweeted something, I think, and I was asking for Netflix series to watch, and a lot of people recommended Peaky Blinders. Never got around to it. I am not good with television series outside of, like, Bleach. But nonetheless, Peaky Blinders Mastermind was a puzzle adventure game based on the multi-award-winning TV show. Become the Mastermind as you control key characters and pull off perfectly synchronized plans. Game out of mostly positive reception, 778 reviews, 77% positive. It was Steam Deck verified, and unfortunately, it is no longer available to purchase on Steam. I'm curious, do I own this game? Did it come in some sort of... I do own this game. It must have come in some sort of Humble Bundle or something that I got, but nonetheless, you know, maybe you own the game, maybe you don't, who knows. The game has been pulled. I wonder if it was like some sort of licensing issues, because obviously when you have an IP that you're working with, like Peaky Blinders, you do have to go through some licensing agreements and whatnot. But this was published by Curve Games. They've published a lot of stuff, and yeah, unfortunately, this no longer available on Steam. They published stuff like The Ascent, I Am Fish, Lawn Mowing Simulator, so yeah, Peaky Blinders, as far as an IP goes, that's a pretty notable IP for them to put out a game for, and yeah, no longer available. It dropped back in August of 2020, so, you know, it would be a weird time frame. Like, if it came out in August of 2020, this would mark, what, 28 months since the game has come out? That would be a weird timetable for some licensing agreement to expire. Nonetheless, I don't know how things like that really work, so yeah, take that for what it is. The game is no longer available on Steam. Alright, moving on from that, Steam did put out their Best of 2022 page. Top sellers section is quite interesting. Dying Light 2 is on there. I'm surprised that game did that well commercially, that it would land on the Platinum section, but hey, good for them. I enjoyed the game, like I said. I just don't think you should spend $60 on it, but you don't have to spend $60 on it right now. It's down to $30, which for $30, it's an okay price. I would probably say just wait for it to get cheaper and cheaper, especially because you've got stuff like the Ultimate Edition, which is $70, that's 30% off. Like, wait for that Complete Edition, and then wait for that to get really cheap. If you haven't played Dying Light 1, go play that, because that game is tremendous. Dying Light 2, not as good as Dying Light 1, but still pretty good. Just, again, not as good as the first. Counter-Strike Global Offensive is on there, Dota 2 is on there, I think that's no surprise. Elden Ring is Platinum, no surprise there. Matcha Rise is Platinum as well. That's 50% off for $19.99 right now, which is a really good price. Destiny 2 is free to play. Again, that's on there. Remember that microtransactions and things like that are included as well. And expansion purchases, which Destiny 2 has quite a few. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, not surprised at all about that. I believe that also hit the most played category with over 240,000 players, so very impressive numbers for MW2. Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, I remember when this game came out, it was absolutely huge. Like, there was hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people playing this game across all platforms. Right now, it's got 15,000 people still playing, which, you know, all these months removed from the initial release of the game, to still have that strong of a community playing the game, that is no slight at all. Like, 15,000 people playing a free-to-play game, I think is pretty good. And again, this is a game that's available on, like, every platform. I don't know if it's available on iOS and Android, but it's available on PlayStation, Xbox, probably on Switch. But yeah, you know, you can check it out if you want. I believe Master Duel has its own ban list and format from the regular Yu-Gi-Oh game. I don't follow Yu-Gi-Oh that closely anymore, but yeah, my days of Yu-Gi-Oh was like when Max C was at 3, and if you drop like Blackwing cards, it was over for you. But nonetheless, there you go with that. Naraka Blade Point, 50% off for $9.99. That is Platinum as well. That's surprising as well, but I think that's a big game as far as Battle Royale people go. Lost Ark, Apex Legends, and then PUBG is on there as well. Gold, you have Forza Horizon 5, Red Dead 2, which Red Dead 2 saw a surge of sales because it hit a new threshold of 1979 as its price point on sale. So a lot of people check that out. Cyberpunk's still on there. Ready or Not, which is pretty notable. GTA 5 still on there. Dead by Daylight, War Thunder, Rainbow Six Siege, God of War, Warhammer 3, FIFA 23. Silver, you got stuff like V Rising. Spider-Man's on there. So interesting that God of War is gold and Spider-Man's silver. Well, Spider-Man did come out in August. God of War was January, so that probably factors into it as well. Stray is silver. Skywalker Saga is silver as well. Then as far as new releases go, they have that broken down. Platinum has COD, Warhammer 3, Rise, Elden Ring, Lost Ark, Star Wars Master Duel, V Rising, Stray, Darktide, Dying Light 2, FIFA 23. Gold has Spider-Man and God of War in the new releases category. I'm not going to go through all of that. Most played. I am interested in this. 240,000 players. That's the platinum tier for most played. Apex Legends, Ark, Counter-Strike, Goose Goose Duck, Destiny 2, Dota 2, Master Duel, MW2, PUBG, Elden Ring, Dying Light 2, and Lost Ark. That is over 240,000 peak players. Over 130,000 peak players, you have V Rising, GTA 5, Multiverses, Rust, Cyberpunk, Monster Hunter, New World, Path of Exile, Naraka Blade Point, Warhammer 3, and Team Fortress 2. Grand Theft Auto 5 still pulling in that many concurrent players is wild, and right now, as I say that, there's literally 133,000 people online. Like, holy hell. Man, Rockstar don't gotta make a game for the rest of their existence with how many people play GTA 5. That's just wild to me that people are still that into that game. But nonetheless, good for them, I guess. There's also Early Access Grads, Best of VR, and then a Steam Deck category as well. So you can check those out. I'm not gonna go through all of that, but nonetheless, interesting stats there if you do want to have a gander at that. Lastly, speaking of Steam Deck has hit over 7,000 games, either verified or playable. I feel like it was just the other day. I was talking about it hitting 4,000 and then 5,000. Now we're at 7,000, 2,709 verified titles, 4,409 playable titles, which you have to remember is that playable section. A lot of games are filtered as playable, and they work totally fine. And then there's games that are verified, like some of the top tier games that are technically very, demanding, let's say. Yeah, just technically very demanding, where they are playable on the deck, but for a lot of people, they aren't going to be playable because the frame rate dips too much and you just can't handle that kind of performance. So it's kind of a balancing act. Like, just because a game is listed as verified doesn't mean that it's going to run better than a game that's playable, of course. Like, for example, I've been playing Neo The World Ends With You on my Steam Deck. That game is listed as just playable, and it runs really, really well on the deck. You're talking really solid performance. I just had one instance of a slowdown where I was in a big battle, but that was it. It's been a very, very smooth experience as far as playing Neo The World Ends With You on my deck. I believe it's on the playable section because there's some things like when you boot up the game, you have like the key bindings listed, and yeah, something small like that can knock a game down from playable to verified. Verified has a lot of good stuff, like Crisis Core, Final Fantasy VII Reunion. That's something I recently played on the deck, and, you know, a lot of people wanted to play Crisis Core on either the deck or the Switch because everybody played Crisis Core initially on the PSP, so to get that style of experience, having it on the deck was something a lot of people wanted. It runs like a dream on the deck. Let me not even get into that. Crisis Core on the deck is beautiful, so it is deck verified. And that's a game that runs really, really well. And then you talk about some of the higher end games. Like I saw somebody comment about Horizon. Horizon is a game that can run on the deck, but for some people, you don't want to play a game at 30 frames per second or whatever. It's like going to be 25 to 30 frames per second. For some people, that's just not going to be playable. I mean, you can dock down the settings even more than what it is. You can lower the resolution, everything like that, and you can tinker around with a lot of those games to make it even better, but that is something to consider as well. But yeah, I think the deck is tremendous. Taking FF7 Remake on the go or just having it on a portable device, because, you know, it's debated whether or not the deck can be really taken on the go. I think it can. I mean, it is a big piece of hardware, let's be real here, but still, having that game on a portable device, that's crazy to me. Like, FF7 Remake, seeing that game run on the deck is just mind-blowing to me. But nonetheless, that'll do it for me. Again, Peaky Blinders Mastermind has been delisted on Steam. We got the best of 2022 Steam listings available, top sellers, new releases, all that good stuff, and deck has hit over 7,000 games, either verified or playable. I should note, 2,469 games have been listed as unsupported, so that's a little bit of a bummer. But nonetheless, that'll do it for me. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments section down below. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.